Are you from the UK too?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Ring Magazine and Boxing Scene.
Okay.
So maybe we'll all go, three of us will say who we are, man. 1, 2, and 3. Ringpolska.pl.
Kugan Cassius, I Film London.
Bill Eames, Ring TV, and BoxingScene.com.
I film. I look at that sometimes.
We got Devin.
I got that channel.
What's up?
How's it going?
Everything's good, man. What's on your radar? What's coming up on the plate? What's on the plan?
Well, you know, I was scheduled to fight February 23rd against Kell Brook, but I hurt my bicep, so I had to postpone it, push it back a little bit, try to do some therapy. I've been doing therapy for a couple weeks now, so it's feeling pretty good. I'll be ready and get back in the gym probably another week or so. So that's what I'm working on right now, but I'll be back in the gym.
How are you healing up?
I'm pretty good. I'm healing up pretty good. You know, I never had an injury before a day of my career. You know, I never had to postpone a fight a day of my career. Anytime I had a fight, I went ahead with it, and you know, I got the job done. But this time, you know, it was definitely, you know, a pain I never felt before, and you know, the arm is doing good, the arm is better. So it'll be 100% when I do get in the ring.
Have you been able to remain active, doing other stuff, keeping busy, keeping ready?
No, you don't want to get back into the gym and try to throw it too fast, because you never know what can happen. You know, the doctor told me when you injure yourself, you know, you're more susceptible to re-injure it more faster than what you did before. So you want to do it so slowly and smartly. So that's what I'm doing, and not rushing it, and you know, just making sure it's right so I can be able to land a hook and be able to knock some people out.
Obviously, you're going to want to get a full camp in, you know, coming off of this layoff you're having. What is a realistic time frame to schedule that fight, would you say?
Well, I'm not just totally not training at all. You know, I'm still doing some road work. I'm still staying in shape because I'm already in shape. I was ready to fight. You know, I was down on weight. I was ready to fight when I had the injury, so I was upset. You know, I hate getting injuries. I hate having to postpone any fight. So, you know, everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that, and it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. So, in due time.
Drop the knowledge to the people out in Eastern Europe how this injury happened, and so they know what's.
Well, the day I injured my arm, I did 10 rounds of sparring. Didn't feel anything while I was sparring, and then I got on the bag, working hard in the bag. I work hard at anything I do in the gym. I do 100%. So I was in the bag, and you know, I think the second and third round, I threw a hook, and then I felt, you know, something pop or something, you know, something. I never felt the pain before. So, you know, and you know, I had to stop training that day, and went to the doctor, and they said I had a sprained bicep, so I had to definitely let it rest.
Devin, the conspiracy theories
Yeah.
came flying out within, seemed like in 24 hours of you announcing this injury, and of course with the Floyd Mayweather tweet and all that stuff. What can you talk first of all about how that's been for you? I mean, what the scrutiny that you've been under because of that?
Well, I definitely been on a lot of, you know, I faked the injury, a lot of scrutiny, like you said, and because, you know, it's a coincidence. I never ever would do that. You know, if I signed to fight a fighter, that's what I'm going to do, and it was just a coincidence. It was a tweet that got everybody shook up, and that's all it was.
Devin,
you know,
sorry. Devin, you know, like, I know we spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but when Mayweather sent this tweet out, why didn't you come out straight away as soon as you saw that tweet? Because you know Twitter's a powerful tool in boxing now. That, like I said, that shook up the whole of Twitter.
Well, why would I do that?
No, but why don't you come out and just say, either way, listen, don't listen to Floyd or...
A lot of people called me out. A lot of people called me out, so
He wasn't calling you out. He said that negotiations were nearly done. You were the front runner for the fight, for a unification fight.
He did say that. He can say what he want to say, but a lot of people say they're going to fight me. A lot of people say they want to fight me, but I don't come out and say, no, you're not, or no, you're not. I just let it be. I know who I'm supposed to fight. I know who I got contractual agreements with, so that's what I'm doing.
But that tweet happened just after you announced the injury, so you can imagine what people, especially in England, are thinking.
It's always a coincidence. It's a coincidence, you know. I never do that, you know, because I never know what can happen by me doing that, you know. So I got contractual agreements to fight Kell Brook.
Do you know what some people in England were saying? This is the truth. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is what some people in England say.
Yeah.
Kell Brook tweeted a picture of him looking quite well on a running machine.
What the hell that mean?
No, but people were saying, hold on, listen.
A lot of people got muscle.
Hold on.
A lot of people got.
Devin.
A lot of people
Devin,
got.
I'm only telling you what few people
No,
already
I already know what I already know where you're going with it. But a lot of, look, you see this guy right here? He that's fighting right now. He got a lot of muscles. I got a lot of muscles. You want to see my bicep? It is as big as your head. I mean, come on. Everybody has. That doesn't mean anything. I don't care if you big as Mike Tyson. I don't care. Doesn't mean anything. It's just fans that's saying stuff like that.
Yeah, they're just feeding into it.
Yeah, the fans.
So Devin, you'll go on record and say, as far as you know, there was never any discussion at all whatsoever about a Mayweather
As far as I know, I was planning on fighting Brook. That's as far as I know. There's nothing else. Nothing to it. Nothing insinuating about me fighting Floyd, you know. Nothing.
Do you know where the fight will happen now? It's not. It won't necessarily be in Detroit now, will it? It will be somewhere else.
Most likely not Detroit anymore. I don't know where the fight will be at, but I know
where would you want the fight to be?
I know he doesn't want to come to St. Louis, so I definitely think probably Vegas, California, one of those.
LA maybe, where
LA,
it was meant to be.
Yeah, we're at Nokia Center.
What's it like in St. Louis? What's it any good there?
It's good. It's good.
It's good for you.
I want a lot of UK fans, man, to come and.
You have got UK fans. I think.
Of course, I got a lot of UK. I love UK, man. I got a lot of UK fans.
And Poland.
Yeah, Poland, man. I got fans everywhere, man, and I love all my fans.
Devin, another one of the conspiracy theories is that Floyd was using you as a pawn to drive down Guerrero's number.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
It's business.
It's business. I don't know. You know, I fight who my manager, my advisor, my promoters give me to fight. If it's the right fight at the right time, that's what I'm going to do.
Exactly. That's not, you know, your business to really choose.
Yeah, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. You know, and if it's the BBD, bigger, better deal, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but who do you really want to fight?
I mean, we all know, you know, who doesn't want to fight the best in boxing, one of the best in boxing? Who doesn't?
So you do want to fight Kell Brook?
I said the best, man. I said the best. I said the best. Who wouldn't want to fight the best? Which is Floyd Mayweather. Of course. So if I had to choose, of course I'll fight Floyd. Of course. That's no question. Because Mayweather can bring what Brook can't. Definitely. Brook is trying to get Brook,
a big payday for you, yeah.
Brook is trying to get what I have, which is a title. He's trying to win his first world title, so you know, that's about it.
So you have this obligation to this fight, but if that phone call came, you have to listen long and hard, right?
He out. It's gone, man. He's gone. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
Just again, if that phone call comes, you're saying you have this obligation and you have no interest in pulling out of this fight and you want this fight, but
I want this fight. You know, it's a lot of scrutiny, man. It's starting to get on my nerve. I'm gonna get him soon enough. I'm gonna beat him soon enough. But you know, this is the thing. This is my career. If you know, if Floyd was to call me and say, so, I don't know. Well, my obligations are to Kell Brook. You guys want me to say I'm fighting Floyd? I cannot say that. I'm not going to say that because it's not true.
No, do you know what? Before I spoke to you though, I wasn't sure how, but since I spoke to you yesterday and listened to you today, I could see that you're kind of telling the truth here with this. That you do want Brook, because listen, in England, no one knew what was going on.
Yeah,
people were saying that you
miles away, so you don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on, and there was nothing coming from Golden Boy. The promoters in England didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
So everyone's sort of kind of waiting for you to say something until you said yesterday that you still want to fight Kell Brook. That's what everyone wanted to hear, because that is the fight that Kell wants. that's the fight that the fans in England want as well.
He's definitely asking for a butt whooping. I mean, he's gonna get it soon enough. But
did you see his tweet yesterday? He said.
No, I didn't.
He said, "I just saw Devon's interview. I'm going to smash him to bits." That's what he said.
He's supposed to say that.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't expect him to say he's going to lose. I don't expect him to say, you know, he's supposed to say that. Everybody says that. Randall Bailey said he was going to knock me cold, smooth out.
And a lot of people in England are talking about your shirt as well. I have to tell you.
Huh?
A lot of people in England are talking about your Burberry shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
What they saying?
They're saying that it's very 1999. Because in '99, that's in England, that shirt was everywhere.
Yeah.
2099, and then like Devon Alexander's bringing it back in 2013.
I hope so. Yeah.
Shirt Burberry all day.
The English is in the house, huh, Devon?
All the time, man.
We'll see what happens tonight, man.
Yeah. Well, tonight's gonna be just
night of boxing. That's what's gonna be.
You know, the UK,
exactly.
The UK fans know, and everybody else knows that tonight is definitely.
I've got one more question for you. One more question for you.
Guys.
Who do you think is a better fighter out of Kell Brook and Amir Khan?
Who's a better fighter?
Yeah.
I would have to say Amir Khan.
Why?
He has the better skill, you know, better smarts.
Yeah.
Fought the better opponents, the better opposition, and I saw him handle it well. So that's who I think is the better fighter. You know, Kell Brook, don't get me wrong, he's a solid fighter, he's a good fighter, up and coming fighter. But you guys think he's special. That's about it. You guys think he's. I mean, it's nothing special that I see about him. You guys think he's special. I don't. He hasn't did anything that I haven't seen.
Well, he's stepping up a level to fight you, so this is going to be the real where we know how good Kell is when he fights you.
And you know, a lot of UK fighters, you know, they come over here and you know what happened. You know, they get L.
Prediction tonight: Broner, Reese. How's he going down? What's your prediction on that?
I'm just gonna play with him at first. And then, you know, probably knock him out, 3rd or 4th round. I mean, I didn't know the guy was so, you know, so small. You know, he was smaller than Eloy Perez, so I don't know.
Could be a problem.
I mean, the guy is tough. The guy he's fighting is tough, but I think Adrian Skill is gonna be too much for him.
4th round.
Honestly.
4th round.
Yeah.
Some money on that. I was saying that. Yeah. No guess. That's the way you done.
What do you think?
Well, I've got, listen.
I know. Come on.
Listen.
I mean,
listen, it's going to be very tough.
Don't be biased. You're being biased because you're from the UK.
No, I'm biased. I back my fighters. I don't care who they're fighting. I back my fighters. I back Reeves, man. Listen, but it's going to be very tough. Reeves is not an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
So you're going to lie to yourself, man?
I'm not going to lie to myself. It's going to be very tough. Listen, Devon. It's going to be very tough for Gavin Reeves. It's going to be very, you know, and it'll be one of the biggest upsets in world boxing ever if he was to do it. But, you know, we hope and pray. So why not?
As you see, let the best man win.
He's a solid fighter, like Kell Brook. He's a solid fighter. You cannot take him for granted. And of course, you know, he's a fighter just like Adrian is. You know, so this is boxing. You never know. But I go with skill anytime. You know, skill beats will. You know, anytime.
What goes through your mind when you have a title and you have all these opportunities where all these fighters are waiting and they're looking for the big money deals and all stuff like that? What goes through your mind when you're training every day and then you're like, you know, you're waiting for that call, like, you know, when is it going to happen?
Well, you have to stay grounded and you have to stay in the gym, because I was in that position before, you know, wanting to get to that spotlight, wanting to get that title so I can feed my family, feed my mom, give my mom whatever she wants. So I was in that position before. So I know what it feels like. I know what Kell Brook's going through. I know what, you know, other fighters are going through. So I have to train twice as harder for me to stay on top. Because they coming for me. They hungry. They want it, you know. So I'm going to have to train twice as harder than my opponent so I can stay on top. Bernard Hopkins told me that a long time ago, before I was world champion, so I kept that with me.
Devon, a couple last words for your fans out in Poland.
Poland, I love Poland. You guys continue to watch me, continue to support me. I'm still going to stay on top.
A pleasure.
And a couple of words for your fans at iFilm London. I know you watch that, because I know your trainer, Kevin Cullen, he watches that because he recognised me. So You got my
IFM, all my UK fans, all my non-UK fans. I love you guys. I love UK. See you guys soon. Me versus Kell Brook.
Cool.
You guys
Thank you.
done? All set.
We're good.
Good?
Thanks, Devin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you, David. That's good shit.
My man.
Good, man.
My man. Second interview, man. See? Man, I got
I'll pay you in the morning, man.
If you buy it to your account, right from England. Pounds! Pounds!